What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I am bringing to you one of my good friend Sam, one of his cars. I've also showed you another one of his cars. He's the guy that owns the Supra. But here today I have his daily driver, and he's going to talk a little bit about it. This is a 2015 Audi S4, and
we lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Yet we keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back, keep coming back. Of things we know.
yeah, go ahead, Sam. Rip it up, man. What all do you have done to this beaut?
Yeah, so I got the S4 about 2 years ago. I had traded in a 2014 F-150 Super Crew for it because it was just too big for living up here. At the time, I only had an apartment, so.
Right.
So the S4 has stage 1 tunes to the ECU and TCU from Integrated Engineering. So I think their numbers on 93 say it makes around 420 at the crank, 420 horse, 420 torque. ECS, drilled and slotted rotors, EBC yellow stuff pads, drivetrain inserts, a couple little things here and there, you know, the
Right.
front splitters, side skirts, the spoiler. I took vinyl, blacked out all the chrome.
Yeah, I like what you did here. I was checking that out, and you did some carbon fiber on the mirrors.
Yeah,
or is that stock?
this is carbon fiber mirrors. These aren't caps; they're actual replacement mirrors.
Oh, okay, so
That
it's
was
real
kind of
carbon.
that kind of sucked to do.
Right. And did you do the little?
Yeah, and I did the
here?
little shark fin too, the carbon
like
fiber
that.
shark fin.
And then
The spoiler.
the spoiler.
Other than that, I did a resonator delete, get a little more sound out of it, and that's about it. Pretty basic. I didn't want to do anything crazy because, like you said, this is a daily driver. So
Right.
I just wanted it to be a fast, fun, good-looking four-door daily.
And it's a super reliable daily. He's
Yeah,
how many miles
yeah.
have you put on this thing now?
I've only put on 25,000. The car's at 40,000 right now. Just crossed 40. Zero issues, and I know guys in the community with, you know, well over 100,000 miles, with, you know, twice as much horsepower as I have, and just basic maintenance.
And these are your summer tire setups? What
Yeah. So I'm running G Maxes on the New Speed RSEs. I got these off of another guy that had sold his S4, DeMarco, who has the S6 now. They've been great. This is the first season that I've had on them. I'm probably going to go with like a stupid thick tread for the winter, just to have extra Quattro season fun.
Gotcha.
But it's been a great setup so far.
And it's good in the snow, rain, everything like that, right?
The car eats up any weather condition. It's phenomenal in the snow. I mean, you know, I drive this car year round. Drive it to work in the snow and everything. Driven it through the mountains. This is the car that I take to go snowboarding, anything like that. So it's been great.
It's a great all-weather, all-season car. Super reliable. And yeah, real quick, did you get a new grill insert, or is this
Yeah. That's a honeycomb grill that I got. There's all sorts of different ones that people go with. I liked the Quattro lettering. I thought that was a really nice touch. So.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a nice touch. It kind of looks like the RS7 type of look.
Yeah, exactly. The honeycomb.
In the RS5, I think RS5.
Yep,
has that
yeah,
as
the
well.
RS5, yep.
Front plate. Is this where the tow hook goes, or?
Yeah. So I have a tow hook in the garage, but Maryland rules, so there's a front plate.
Yeah, she's sick looking car. But anything or any reason why in particular you bought this model year over, isn't they have the twin turbo models? And
so the new, this is what's referred to as the B8.5 generation. So the B8 started in 2009. 2013 went to the B8.5, which had front end changes, and probably the most significant change was the transmission. This has the DSG transmission. It's a supercharged 3-liter V6, but that DSG transmission is just phenomenal. It's one of the best automatic transmissions. In my opinion, it's the best short of a PDK that I've driven.
Okay, I like that.
Really impressive.
Did it improve greatly after your transmission tune that you got?
Yeah, actually surprisingly, mainly just like shift times were exponentially faster on throttle. And all the shift points are changed to be a lot more aggressive when you're not, doing the shifting yourself and whatnot. But really impressive work there from integrated engineering on that trans tune.
Yeah, I've driven a lot of different cars, and riding passenger in this thing, it's a lot of fun, especially when you want to just cruise and drive, get to work calmly. You can, but if you want to turn it up a notch, you flip this thing into sport, and it surely kicks your ass in the back of the seat, that's for sure.
Yep.
And then the interior is just stock, right? But super comfortable. Sorry for my bandana and stuff.
Filthy.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's one thing I do have to note is these seats in Audis are super comfortable. You do have the carbon accents, which are really cool and neat. Nice gauges, and like Sam was saying, this car really shifts smoothly. If you're looking for a daily, totally this is a car to look for or look at. I strongly recommend it, and I believe Sam would too, for the drivability and everything like that.
Absolutely. Going back to like reasons why I picked this over like a different model year, a lot of things were kind of uncertain when they went to the new model years, with it being the turbocharged platform. This supercharged 3-liter V6 with the DSG is like tried and proven to be excellent and super reliable. So for me, I've had nothing but a good time since I've owned it.
Now, for someone that already has an Audi S4, the same platform, is there anything that you would suggest to stay away from or to do differently, or would you just suggest, as a great daily driver, to do the tunes that you've done and with the engine and the tunes, the transmission tunes? Or
I would say, so there's like kind of a decision you got to make if you want to go, for the closer to the like 500 all-wheel horse numbers. You can do the pulley upgrades, do a more aggressive pulley ratio on the supercharger and crankshaft pulley. And then there's obviously like the bigger throttle body upgrades. That's a thing. With that, you have to upgrade your cooling system. You got to get an upgraded heat exchanger. A bunch of different companies offer all of these things. So there's a lot of options out there. However, I think that's when you start opening the door for issues. I know a lot of guys that had leaky intercooler cores, right. Which, leaky intercooler cores that coolant can drip down and cause all sorts of problems. So for me, that was a big factor for just staying stage one. I'm also not, dogging the shit out of this car every day.
Right.
It's a daily.
Exactly.
And it's plenty enough power to have fun. It's plenty enough power to surprise people in comparable cars. I line up against guys in, a full bolt-on Chevy SS, and we're dead even for the most part.
Right.
So, unless it's from a dig. If it's from a dig, I'm dusting everybody.
Right. This thing, it really does grip and handle. Like with the Quattro system, you'd be surprised how crazy the grip is on this thing. And I bet it's made a lot. Has it made a big difference switching to these tires, or?
Yeah. So I had on a decent day. I've got my launch control set at like 4,000 RPM, which is way higher than anybody normally launches these cars at. And I've like pretty much dead hooked with it being, the right conditions on the right road with these tires launching that hard. And it's a pretty fun punch in the gut whenever you dead hook from launching that high. The car just launches like a catapult. It's pretty cool.
Right. And you can fit 4 people in the thing, which is awesome. Not many sports cars, or I like a car that is can fit many different pockets or fields, and this thing checks off a lot of boxes, and it's really fun to drive and be passenger in. We're probably gonna just do a couple rips and do a couple inside driving videos. If you have any questions, you can follow Sam on his Instagram. I'll put it here, or it's Pizza Boy Racing.
Yeah, Pizza Boy Racing, yeah.
Yep, I'll put it right here for you guys, and you can shoot him a DM, or he'll comment in the comments below. Ask any questions, and he'll be sure to answer them. Really sick car, guys. I can say that from the how many years have you owned it now? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. It's like the longest I've owned a car.
Right. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun seeing what Sam has done with it aesthetically, and with the little small tunes and little modifications that he's done. It's really put this S4 to where it's just a mediocre daily. Well, I shouldn't even say a mediocre daily. It's a pretty kick-ass daily to start with, but with the tunes, with the engine tunes and the transmission tune and the wheels and tires and everything and the aesthetics, he's really taken this car to the next level. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in the car, and we're gonna shoot a little bit of driving video. So stay tuned.
All right, so let's talk launch control real quick, right?
Yeah.
So launch control, you're going to depress with your left foot the brake pedal all the way to the floor. Is it like all the way down?
Yep. Well, parking brake's on, so how does it
you
go?
Turn the parking brake off, cars and drive.
Yep, we're good.
Sport mode.
It's all the way down.
Okay, and now just smash the gas.
And then
let go of the brake.
All right. That was ludicrous, dude. I don't know if I've ever experienced anything like that.
It's
even in the Subaru, I don't even think it ripped like that.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I'd be doing it all the damn time, dude.
That's the first time I've been in this
passenger.
Yeah.
How did it feel, dude?
It's aggressive.
I told you,
It's
man.
aggressive.
I was like, it hooked.
Yeah.
It literally just hooked.
Yeah. It's such a fun feeling just having the car go at that high of an RPM.
And it's just so comfortable to drive and like at the same time. Damn.
Nice leather seats and everything holding you in place.
Ready?
All right.
Oh yeah. Bro, that ripped my face off.
Yeah, it doesn't get old, man.
Oh my gosh. And what's awesome is you can just do it one after the other, Talk about a pull, guys. That was literally some G's right there. That was awesome, man. That was awesome.
Get old.
And it's consistent.
Oh yeah, it'll literally, the biggest problem this car has is heat, right?
Right.
But mainly only once you cross into that stage 2 area, heat starts being an issue. So if you can find a way to keep your ambient temps down, your intake temps, the car, you're launching 400 wheel horse all day long, which is really cool. So for me, we did 2 launches. I'm probably not heat soaked. It's a cool day, 55-degree day. Short drive over here, so we'll probably get in the full power.
Right. It's hard to, you know, show on video how fast or quick something is, but that right there was literally like going to an amusement park and getting on a roller coaster.
Yeah, we touched every bit of 90 plus.
Yeah, I mean, it got there quick, and for something that can be daily driven all the time and take off like that is crazy. It's been really fun to have this as the daily. Like I said earlier, it surprises a lot of cars out there. A lot of people have pulled up on me. You know, I've had every Camaro and Mustang in town, you know, pull up. And right.
For the most part, all the guys that are still pretty stock, they're getting beat. So
exactly.
That's a fun feeling. But there's also like, there's so much more that I could do, and all the rest of the Audi guys are like, oh, you know, when are you gonna go dual pulley? When are you gonna go bigger throttle body? But this car was never about that for me. So it's been just so much fun to have this as the daily driver. And I really don't think, I've said this before, but I don't think I'm gonna get rid of this car, at least not for many years.
Yeah, not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because like I said, and try to emphasize on, that was an E63 AMG. It checks a lot of boxes for, you know, drivability, reliability, and here in Maryland, where we get, you know, 4 seasons, sometimes 4 seasons in 1 week. Yeah. It's kind of important to have something that can, you know, make it through all that weather. And if you're just getting a car that, you know, you don't have the luxury of having 2 vehicles, and you just want something that can give you, you know, the comfort and drivability, reliability to get you back and from work. But, you know, if you're in that open road and you just want to kick it and, you know, beat some, you know, really modest cars or pretty high performing cars out there, you can do so. And that's why I think this car is such a great platform for anyone looking for that car that can pretty much do it all.
Yeah. You know, I would say when you look at kind of the performance daily driver category, you know, my big boxes were, I want 4 doors, I want all-wheel drive, and I want something that's not completely boring to look at. So this really there wasn't really a comparable car, especially with that hitch of it having to be all-wheel drive. Right. The only other really super comparable cars to me were going to be, you know, other Audis. Right. There's, you know, X-Drive Beamers, but, you know, all-wheel drive system's not the greatest on those. There's, what's the Benz? Is that 4MATIC? Is that what they do?
Oh yeah, 4MATIC is what they call it. Yeah.
You get a 4MATIC
E63 like we just passed, but then you're running into, you know, if something goes wrong on an
AMG car,
it's gonna cost you.
It's not going to be a good time.
No.
I mean, neither would, you know, if I grenaded something, you know, knock on carbon fiber, if I grenaded something in this car, yeah, it would suck. But,
right.
You know, and with all of the guys that I've talked with on the forums and the groups, you know, guys that I know that have had, you know, every modification there is for this platform, not a single one of them has had a critical failure that wasn't like, oh, you know, you need a new coolant pump, or oh, right. You know, something small. So it's been a lot of fun to have a daily that I can also know, like, I can beat on this car to an extent, and right. I'm not gonna have any issues with it.
Right. But yeah, guys, I like I said, if you have any questions, you can follow Sam on Instagram, and he'll answer in the comments below if you ask a question, or shoot him a DM. It's a Mustang. And just thanks for Sam for letting us check out his cars. He also has a Supra. I'll put a little tag right here where you guys can check out that, where we did a pickup video of when he first bought the car, and his kind of, what was it, 6-month review at the time, I think we did?
Yeah, I think we did 5
or 6 months, yeah. But since then, he's actually tuned it, so we will have to get another video of that, because believe it or not, the tune has really woken that car up, from already being an amazing car to really taking it to that, you know, you got to hold on to the oh shit handle if you're driving passenger. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.